I guess we're on to part 2 now. The last time I was talking about not knowing exactly what I was going to do as far as a project box. But I believe I have come up with an exceptional thing to use. See, I've collected a lot of old DVD players and DVR boxes and stuff like that were heavy built metal boxes, because I always figured they could be reused for project boxes, and some of them are actually very close to 19 inches, so you can extend the legs on them and actually make them fit into a rack if you really wanted to. So before we get on to this, a previous project I worked on a long time ago, well, it hasn't been that long, but this is a broadcast audio processor. This is a device I spent many of nights on designing. This in particular is a 3-band compressor and expander, and this is exactly like a lot of the old audio processors you would have found in AM broadcast radio stations back in the past, and even FM stations too. They would double them up and just took their gain stages and matched them so that you wouldn't get the whole tilt effect of stereo. Anyway, this is just to give you an idea. This box right here, I don't know if you guys are thinking what I'm thinking, but I mean, it looks kind of professional for being home built, right? But there's a reason. Because it's built out of, can you see this? Yeah, there's some holes. But I mean, I tried my best to get the paint right and stuff. I didn't cover up the other holes because I figured they're accessory holes, considering I'm going to probably fill those eventually with other connectors. But I have a whole project series on this that I built. But anyway, so on to what I'm working on. And this right here. And I like how it slides off too. Look at that. The lid, it goes on and it just slides off, and then it pops up, kind of like old computers. And this one was also a box of sorts. Let's see, what is this thing I want? S-Video model, if anybody wants to know a model number. What is this thing? Is this a satellite box? It says satellite. I guess that's what it was. I got out of the dumpster. But I like reusing these containers. And so what I did is, you can see here the front panel. And by the way, this is all going to be painted and stuff. I don't know if I'm going to keep the nasty green blue. I actually kind of like it though, to be honest. But you know, I'll probably color it like this. Just keep it black and boring. Just works. But so I got the panel on here now. I got panel screws holding it, including the top one missing, which is where the lid slides on and it screws into that. Got that. And flip around here. You can see I got lots of space in here, and yeah, some of this is pretty nasty. I mean, I had to take metal snippers to it. I'm not, you know, I don't have a whole tool shop here. I'm working with what I have, and this is one thing a lot of people don't realize. I don't have the money to invest into high-end project boxes, so I work with what I have, and I think this is kind of cool in a way, because a lot of people do. A lot of people don't have the money to, you know, spend $100 on a damn project box that's customized and the right dimensions and shit. So you got to work with what you got. And us people that just have a workbench like this, you know, and are the hobbyists, we just work with what we have. And this is what I'm working with. And, you know, even these screws themselves, came along with this piece of metal, which I metal snipped, by the way. That metal alone, yep, all hand, buddy. Every little bit of this that was cut on the bottom here, I'm sure you can see. But look, I can run my finger across it. I'm not cutting myself. I spent time on that. There's no metal strip that was the right size for this that I just happened to have. This was another custom piece. Everything I make on my projects are custom. A lot of people don't realize that. They think I'm just rigging these things up out of junk. Well, I kind of am, but I mean, I'm this very custom. So, and I mean, it's perfectly, you know, flat and level. What I want to do is, when I get this all blackened, and I think I want to go with black. Maybe I will stick with the navy green. But when I get the controls and stuff on there, this is not going to be like the broadcast audio processor. This is gonna be an actual thing that's going to be in my collection of stereo equipment over here. And there's a reason for that, and you guys can't probably see that, but the reason is this is a stereo microphone preamplifier that I'm building, so I'm going to use this heavily for recording uses. This is not going to be used for pirate radio and stuff like that, though I could. And this is going to be used for miking up guitar and acoustic, which is not in my room right now, but stuff like that, you know, vocals and such. So I want this to look like a piece of pro gear when I'm done, and I know it looks like trash right now, right? I mean, even all the original labels are in the back. All that stuff's going to be gone when I'm done, but I figure reusing the old shell of craptastic trash. Well, you saw what it looked like when I had the lid on. Now imagine that with a good paint job and all the controls all the way across. It's going to be very hard to tell the difference. So that's where I'm at, and I believe I know where I'm at, including where the transformers are going to go now. I think I have that planned out now for my previous viewers. Thanks for watching.